Hi, everyone. Danielle and Matt Noyes here. Thanks for making the 1 Degree Outside Weather Network part of your daily routine, storms or sunshine.
If you enjoy these videos, we invite you to become a member at patreon.com/1 Degree Outside. Support our mission of continuing to bring accurate weather forecasts and science insights to one and all.
Hi, everybody. Danielle Noyes here for the 1 Degree Outside Weather Network with your Thursday insights, taking you through the weekend in detail with an important update here. First thing to point out is that I think there'll be many dry hours tomorrow. While we may wake up with some rain and snow out there, those showers will tend to fizzle away. I'll show you that in a second. Rain and snow returns tomorrow night, though, and lingers into Saturday. It's the wettest on Saturday during the first part of the day. There are some signs we may get lighter showers for the second half of the day. There will be some snow that mixes in with elevation through the interior. Not much accumulation, but we'll look at that. Sunday trending drier overall. That being said, eastern New England may still continue to see some pockets of rain or showers, particularly in southeastern Massachusetts to Cape Cod and far eastern Maine. More on that in a second. We've got rain and snow off to our west today. That's what's coming in by later on into the tonight, tomorrow morning. Then there's another system, doesn't look like much, but energy digging into the northern plains. That's going to feed into this trough, this dip in the jet stream that will be off to our south during the day tomorrow and then shift overhead as we head into Saturday night, shifting offshore on Sunday. We get a little ridge, weak one that builds in after that, and that's going to promote milder temperatures Monday and Tuesday before another trough dips in across the Northeast, although admittedly not as strong and not as much cold air that comes in. So we'll cool the temperature off a little bit heading into the middle and end of next week. Not as chilly as what we've seen, though, this week. Now, next few days, I want to show you the predictive radar. Keep in mind, this can shift a little bit. But tomorrow morning, we're going to be waking up with some rain and snow. I don't think it's going to be much accumulation, limited impact. That being said, I don't want you to be caught off guard with snowflakes flying out there, particularly outside of 495. Watch what happens mid to late morning. These areas of rain and snow tend to fizzle and kind of diminish. So by midday or either side of that, while we will be mostly cloudy, we're mainly dry. We may actually get a break or two of sunshine here or there. Consider yourself lucky if we get that tomorrow. Now, as we head into the evening hours, still many of us dry. Some pockets of rain will be filling back in along the south coast tomorrow early evening and advance northward during the evening hours, generally mid to late evening. So if you have early evening plans, you're just fine. There will be some wet flakes that mix in again with elevation through the interior for our Friday night into Saturday morning. Actually, a lot of snow flying in central and northern New England. Not a ton of accumulation. We'll look at the map in a second. Areas of rain. It is a wet, raw feel when you wake up on Saturday. The biggest shift, I would say, is that by Saturday, midday to early afternoon, there are some signs. We may punch in just enough dry air that we break apart some of the steadiest stuff to just some showers, lighter action, particularly in southern New England, Saturday afternoon and evening. The farther north you go, it's still some areas of light rain, some wet flakes mixing in from time to time, some heavier downpours in far eastern Maine. Here's the map on Sunday. This is the morning. Notice many of us dry. Storm center is going to be off to our east. So eastern New England, think the coast of Maine, New Hampshire seacoast, eastern Massachusetts, particularly inside of 128, may see some light rain and then some steadier downpours for the South Shore and Cape. It's reflected here in the chance of precipitation on Sunday, too. If there's any change that I could see the next couple of days, it would be to actually lower these numbers inland and then bump them up or keep them steady in eastern New England. That's the highest chance of some lingering rain on Sunday because you're closest to that storm center. So bottom line, it is not going to be a pretty weekend, but there will be some times where we can carve out dry periods. It's all because of this storm center that will be developing and passing to our south, the actual storm center itself. The air around low pressure blows in a counterclockwise direction. So it does mean this is essentially a nor'easter. It's just far enough away that we don't get into the core of the heaviest rain or the strongest wind. Let's talk about predicted precipitation first. We'll take things out through our Saturday morning, and it's not a ton. It's about a tenth to a quarter in central and southern New England, quarter to a half an inch when you get along and south of the Mass Turnpike. Again, that's through Saturday morning. And then we take it out through Saturday evening, and we bump it up even more, half an inch to an inch perhaps in southern New England. Notice the farther north you are, we're not adding a ton, maybe a few tenths in northern New England, less, a few hundredths in northern Maine. And then through Sunday morning, we add a little bit more, particularly in eastern areas. So about a half an inch to an inch, maybe some locally higher totals for the South Shore and Cape Cod. In terms of snowfall, this will be a limited impact, coming off some milder temperatures that will be above freezing and stay above freezing in many areas. The accumulation will be limited to grassy or colder surfaces. Through Friday evening, it's generally only a coating to an inch, maybe a few higher totals, southern Green Mountains, northern Berkshire County. Then we take it out through Saturday, and we're talking about maybe a few inches southwest New Hampshire up into the White Mountains, maybe a few higher totals with elevation from southern Vermont into the Berkshires, again, where maybe more like 3 or 4 or 5 inches, again, above about 1,500 or 2,000 feet. And we may see some flakes fly, colder surfaces of a coating to perhaps as much as an inch when you get across the northern Worcester Hills. Again, most of that Friday night into Saturday, and then some limited flakes during the day on Saturday. By the time we get to Saturday afternoon, the wind is going to be ramping up from the northeast, some gusts 20 to 30 miles per hour. Closest to the storm center, Cape Cod. And that's why I think the south coast to the Cape, by the time we get to Sunday, may have some increased wind gusts that go 40, 45 miles per hour. The rest of us, it's windy, it's raw, still some gusts 30 to 35 miles per hour much of the day on Sunday in eastern New England. Numbers-wise, our Friday, it's cool, about 10 degrees below average. The mildest spot may actually be the Champlain Valley or Western Connecticut near 50. Most of us, though, are in the 40s, that northeast wind increasing. By the time we get to Friday night, even though the snow does move in and areas of rain, notice the temperatures above freezing for most areas. Yes, there may be some spots that are right around 32, obviously, in between these readings. That's why I say if you are planning on traveling Friday night into early Saturday morning, just keep a close eye on the car thermometer. There may be a few limited, isolated, slippery spots. Saturday, lower 40s does it in southern New England. Again, Champlain Valley may be one of the warmer spots. Temperatures for most of us running in the lower to middle 40s with those pockets of rain tapering off to leftover showers. Saturday night, most of us are above freezing, a lingering shower, and then we're near 50, but probably just shy of that in much of eastern New England on Sunday. Western areas may be able to manage right around or just over 50 degrees. That's why I say Sunday is actually mainly dry for much of central, western, northern New England. That greatest chance of some light rain in eastern areas with some steadier possible for the South Shore and Cape. So that's one thing we'll keep a close eye on. Monday's a gorgeous day. Temperatures climb up around 60 degrees for many of us, 50s in the north, mid-60s across the lower Connecticut River Valley, with a west and a northwest wind taking over as the sunshine returns and that bit of a warm-up takes place. You can track it, of course, all on our app. We got the videos at the top. It's free on the App Store and Google Play. Give it a try. And we've got merchandise for you, too. Sweatshirts, T-shirts, kid sizes. These aren't the only colors, multiple colors to choose from. We got blankets on there, coolers as well, hats, of course, winter hats, and the ball cap too. Check it all out at swag.onedegreeoutside.com. We'll see you with another weather update tomorrow morning.